Good morning, happy Friday. It's been a hot minute since I've started a vlog in my kitchen. I don't know why I stopped doing that. I don't know. Life has just been so busy. I feel like I just can't catch a breath. Catch a breath? Catch a break? Catch a breath? I don't know. Either way, I can't catch it. I'm hoping now that Science Fair is completely done, that's one thing that's off my plate for the rest of the year, which is really exciting to have one thing that kind of just sits on my shoulders to be totally gone. So that's all finished. Yesterday I was out for the entire day. We spent all morning up until 2 grading, or not grading, but judging. So we judged yesterday for all the district winners. So each school sent so many to district. So we spent all morning judging, and then we had to set up for Science Fair. And because we couldn't set up in the place we were gonna have Science Fair because of rain in the last couple days, so they needed the gym area. So I'm trying to figure out what Axel's doing. I don't know. Anyway, so we set up, and then we had our Science Fair, and that lasted until 7 last night. And then we still had to break everything down. Each coordinator did a station, and so my station was building foil boats, so they had water, and they had to see how many pennies it would hold. And I have a bunch of supplies left over, and I'm teaching Saturday school this weekend, so that's what I'm gonna do for Saturday school as well, because I don't think there was only a handful of kids from our school that actually came last night, and none of them are kids that I think really go to Saturday school, and even if they do, it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna do that for Saturday school because I'm doing Saturday school this weekend. I have a funeral type thing to go to this weekend. I don't know if it's a funeral. I think it's I don't know, a celebration. I have that, and then I'm thinking I might meet up with Jess this weekend. We were gonna sit down at Starbucks and go over a couple things. We work at completely different districts and stuff, and so it's nice to be able to, our districts use a lot of the same programs, and so and some of it's new to her, some of it's new to me, and so it's nice to be able to just talk with her and get different ideas and stuff, which is cool, what her district shares with her. So that's super cool. So I think that's pretty much it. I'm hoping to leave at a decent time today. I left really early last Friday because I just wasn't in the mood to work, so I literally left at 3:30 when at 3:30 to go home, and I didn't go to the gym or anything, and it was really nice to have a whole evening to be able just to hang out. So as much as I love getting work done on a Friday, I think I'm gonna try to just leave on time today, or not necessarily at 3:30, but at a decent time instead of staying until 7, because that's normally what I do on Friday nights. So anyway, I'm tired today. This week I've been so tired. Yesterday I didn't have to be there until 9, and so I got 1 extra hour of sleep, but I'm just so tired. So anyway, I'm gonna go to school, and I will catch up with you guys after school today. It's always funny when I switch from a morning clip to the afternoon clip, because you just see how different it'll look at the end of the day, just immediately. It's pretty bad. So anyway, I'm gonna go to school, and it's a Friday. It's gonna be a great day, and yeah, farewell. Happy end of the day. It's the end of the day on Friday, and I'm so excited. I wanted to share a few things before I left to go home. It's about 4:30 right now, which is a little bit later than I had honestly expected that I'd be here, but we had a meeting after school, and so that just kind of pushed back, and then I was just talking with some friends and stuff. So yeah, but I don't really have much else to do. I was basically just staying so I can finish the clip, and then I will probably head home. So I went on to Teachers Connect last night, and I like to just, I have said this before, but I like to just kind of scroll through a couple times a week just to see the new stuff that's on there. see if there's anything that I feel like I can share my expertise on, or like comment or anything like that. And if you don't know what Teachers Connect is, it's basically like a page, I guess, where teachers can post different questions. They can ask questions, they can answer questions, they can post like strategies, they can post tips, they can post anything, frustrations that you have as a teacher. That is kind of like a safe place that you can post things and you're not afraid of I don't know, like outside people seeing it. Like sometimes with YouTube or with Instagram, like I would never ever you know, complain about something that I felt would I don't know, just like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but basically I feel like that is a kind of a safe place that teachers are, or only teachers are going to be on there. It's made by teachers, it's made for teachers, just to get advice on things that they need help on. So I went on there yesterday and someone had posted, and I never can remember the name of the people, but someone had posted about students struggling with learning 2-digit addition. Now I was assuming that meant 2-digit addition with regrouping, because typically without regrouping it's not a challenge for students. I noticed it's once you add in that regrouping piece of it is where students start to struggle. So I just wanted to share, like, because that's something that we as a team have struggled with a lot, and it's something that, like, I feel like the ways that we've kind of approached it differently have helped a lot with our students. So I gave that person advice, I think it was a girl, I gave her advice on how to kind of approach it differently, because she said she had a group of intervention students struggling. So one thing that we always do is we try to keep it very conceptual. With Common Core standards, the standard algorithm of like addition with regrouping, where like kind of the way I was taught, probably the way you were taught, which is to, you know, carry the one over, whatever, is not technically supposed to be taught until 4th grade. So we kind of go around it in a way that like we're teaching them how to do it, but we're not teaching them the actual standard algorithm. And parents get really upset, I feel like, but it's not that we're not ever going to teach them, it's that we're trying to get them like a really solid foundation before introducing that. Because I can tell you right now, up until like I probably was a teacher, I mean, I could tell you like why the one went over, but like I really didn't, like, I don't know, I didn't like make that connection. Like I just never really thought about it. And I guess like if you think about it, maybe it's like not that important to know, but I feel like it is, especially like with how much math is like digging deep. Like you really have to have a strong understanding of just like numbers in general. And so I think with taking apart the standards, which a lot of you guys have said you guys wanted to see how I break apart a standard with my team, it's nothing that I do by myself, it's something that my entire team does. But I would definitely love to show you guys that. I just not ready to show you quite yet because I don't feel confident in it yet. But I feel like that's part of that, is really looking at the standard and saying like, okay, the standard is saying that we're supposed to be using place value strategies with teaching addition with regrouping. Like nowhere on it does it say you should be using the standard algorithm or anything like that. So I think what's important to remember is like the kids need to have a foundation conceptually of what does it mean to regroup? Like, what does it physically mean to regroup? And students who are struggling, I notice, need that extra, like, they need manipulatives. They need to, like, touch, they need to feel, they need to be able to, like, pick it up, take it apart, everything like that. So using manipulatives like base 10 blocks, I cannot stress enough the importance of using base 10 blocks when you're trying to teach addition with regrouping or subtraction with regrouping is so important. So that's kind of my tip. I can show you guys, like, if you're interested, some of the strategies that we use to teach addition and subtraction with regrouping. There's so many different strategies out there, but a couple of the ones that we kind of cling to as a team. And then there's something else I was going to say. Oh, along with that, like, the kids, once they have a conceptual understanding of the addition and subtraction, I see kids do the standard algorithm naturally. Like, it's kind of that progression of like, okay, I understand what it means to regroup, and now I'm going to just automatically regroup because I know what to do. The sun is just shining, because now I know what to do, and they just automatically, like, they don't even need to draw it out anymore because they just know. And I'll have students who don't even need to like do any sort of writing, they just can do it in their head mentally because of the fact that they have such a strong understanding of the numbers and are able to explain it and explain why it works and explain like what everything is. So it's not that they, like, I feel like it's something they really truly need to like discover on their own once they have that foundation. So that's just my 2 cents for the day, because I'm very passionate about that and not teaching the standard algorithm right away. Now, does that mean that I don't ever introduce this to my kids? No. There are like a handful of students every year who I try and try different strategies, and none of them seem to stick, and I'll usually end up introducing standard algorithm as like my last resort. Some of them will catch on, some of them just won't. Maybe they're just not ready for it yet developmentally, but so it doesn't mean that I don't ever teach it, but I feel like the kids just need to have a very strong foundation first before I ever try to even introduce that. Like, I've had a few really high math students who know how to do it conceptually, everything like that, so I don't mind showing that to them, because I'm basically just saving them time, and they can explain to me with their eyes closed like how to solve that problem, so I don't feel as like guilty, I guess, doing it. But yeah, that's something that as a team we've really like had to work on. So yeah, that was like my long answer for her, and I like typed up a kind of a shorter answer. But anyway, I will always have my link down, or I will have my link down below for Teachers Connect if you're interested. It's totally free, it's super easy to sign up, and like I said, you can post anonymously, so and even if you don't post anonymously, it's still just kind of a safe place for you to be able to post you know, different things and get advice and ideas on. So that's that. Now that I just talked for 7 minutes. Whew. Today was a great day. We did our Valentine bags. They're not done yet. This one's done. We did these little things, which is from my bestie, Hello Third Grade, Jessica. She has these in her TPT shop, so if you're interested, I will link these down below. It's like a little love monster. I think they're so cute. So all the kids did those. I have them all right here. I was gonna give them their bags, and then I was kind of like, that's kind of a, I don't know, it just didn't make sense for me to give them the bags because they were gonna have to glue it onto the bag, and so I had them create it, and then I'm gonna put it onto the bag like I did the other one. And then, so all the pieces were just like this, so they just had to like cut everything out, and they could like pick all the colors and whatever they wanted. So that took actually like a pretty long portion of our day, because it just took a long time to like cut everything out, I feel like. And then I don't have a class set of scissors. Like, I've had a class set of scissors, and then somehow they've just disappeared. I don't know where they've gone in the last 2 years. I think kids are stealing them, but yeah, so I don't have a class set of scissors, so they kind of had to just share scissors, and so it takes longer. So we did that, and then we used Pear Deck a little bit more, which I actually wanted to show you guys. Maybe this isn't like the best video to do it because it's already getting kind of long. I'm actually going to next week, actually maybe I'll do that as my tip, my weekend tip this weekend. I wanted to show you guys, I talked about Pear Deck, which people were thinking that that was an ad for Pear Deck, and like it wasn't, not at all. Pear Deck has no idea who I am. I just like with anything, I was sharing my idea, but whatever. So I shared my idea about Pear Deck, which is something that my district just showed to me. My team has been using a little bit, and I just thought it was a really good resource, and it's free for you guys to use, so I wanted to share that with you. But I didn't really show you like what it looks like on the student end as much. I just kind of talked about it. My arm is tired. So I kind of wanted to show you guys what that looked like, but I think I'm going to do that for my weekend tip, and actually probably will film that right now because I'm going to be super busy this weekend, so I don't think I'll have time to film it. So I'm going to do that. Then for Saturday school, did I already say I'm going to do foil boats? I think so. I'm creating actually I'm going to create that, and then I'll get back on and show you guys what it looks like when it's done, because I'm like halfway. So let me do that, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. This video is going to be so long. Hey, welcome back to my long videos. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to make that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got that done. That only took like maybe 2 minutes. So we're going to do the floating boat activity with the foil. I think I said that this morning, with how many pennies it'll hold, or how many things. So I'm not saying pennies, I'm just saying things, because I didn't buy, I traded. Does that count as buying? I don't know. I got 4 rolls of pennies for like last night's event, but I don't think that would be enough for tomorrow, because I'll have like 20 kids in here, and having like 3 kids at my station was too many. So anyway, so I'm gonna have them first. They will draw a picture of your boat design. So they're going to design what they want their boat to look like, and then they're going to make a prediction of how many things. Like I said, I'm just saying things because I'll use pennies. I'll probably use base 10 blocks because I have a ton of those. I have a bunch of Unifix cubes, just stuff like that. So I just said I think my boat will hold, and they'll say like 15 cubes or whatever. And then they'll go ahead and create their design with their foil. And I have like pre-cut sheets of foil, and then they'll draw what it ended up looking like, because I feel like, you know, a lot of times your design goes differently once you start building. And then they'll go ahead and say how many things their boat held. My boat held blank things, and then my prediction was too high or too low by, and then I would give them like a number. Keep in mind, with Saturday school, it's like little guys up to 5th grade, so I have to make it kind of good for both. So like my little guys won't be able to do the, like, my prediction was too high or too low by like a certain number, with help obviously, but not by themselves. But I figure we can make it work, so I think I'm gonna do that. And then I was kind of thinking as I was saying that maybe I should add some sort of like, I'll probably have them like redo their design to let them do it like 2 times and see how they think they could like improve it. I think that might be what I'll do. And I don't know, maybe I'll have them do it in partners or something. I guess if I had them do it in partners, I could have them do it like 3 trials, because then I would for sure have enough foil. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna be thinking out loud. So I have Saturday school tomorrow, so I'm gonna be here bright and early. But that's okay. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, it was kind of random, but I feel like the math thing took way too long for me to talk about, but that's just something I'm very passionate about. So like I said, if you guys want to know like any of the strategies that we use to teach, let me know, and I can definitely like show you some of the strategies. And then I'm going to show you guys Pear Deck in like a little bit further in detail, because my whole point of those weekend tip videos is to just be like a quick 5 to 10 minute video on like a tip that you could go back into your classroom and like use right away. That's not going to be something you have to go purchase. You have to go like maybe every once in a while, but I want it to be truly something that you can go and use in your classroom like tomorrow. So that's like the point of those videos. So I think that would be a good one because it's free and it's easy to use, stuff like that. So anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll catch up with you guys on Monday or in my weekend video, and I hope everybody have a good weekend, and farewell.